What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, time for another video, and looks like we've got so much news just pumping out in the last, just today. Honestly, it's been a slow news sort of like a few days, so if there's not much videos coming out, it's because there wasn't any news that kind of interested me. And the thing is, I didn't want to initially report on episode Final Fantasy 15 news, because I actually wanted to experience the demo for myself. That's why I kind of wanted to stay away from any sort of news from it, because I was worried that there'd be spoilers for it. But fortunately, I had to, I couldn't help myself. I had to take a look at it, and I looked at this article, and it showed just the features. So it didn't seem to spoil anything. It just showed you what's in the demo itself, and nothing really too much in depth. And there's a lot of systems in it that interest me, and I wanted to just talk to you guys about it. And I've got the article right here. It's on Silicon Era. I'm gonna have the link in the description below if you want to take a look, especially if you want to look at the photos and the pictures of the game. And game looks great. Like, it actually looks really well detailed and stuff like that. But we're gonna get straight into it. So Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae. Here's Duscae. Screens show Behemoth and Noctis jump ability. Okay, so I'm gonna just go through. Final Fantasy 15, I'm just going to read it. So, Final Fantasy 15 will still be in development for a while, but while waiting, Square Enix will provide fans who got early copies of Final Fantasy Type 0 HD with the Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae demo. 4Gamer shares a look at some of the demo's features. Okay, I have the demo pre-ordered of the HD Type 0 HD pre-ordered, ready to go. I'm gonna have you're gonna expect me to have a playthrough of the entire demo, talking through it and give you my thoughts on it. That's my phone. Doesn't matter. Ignore that. I'm gonna play through the entire game. I'll have a debate whether I should do Type 0 HD, but I'll definitely do it for the demo for 15, because there's a lot of stuff in there. I'll pick at it as much as I can and find anything, especially secrets and stuff like that. And if there's references to other games, I really hope there is. Keep going down. We've got some more pictures of, boy band. Final Fantasy 15, the boy band. Backstreet's back, alright. And it's pretty much. I wonder if I can just click on it, or if it shows a high quality photo. Okay, there you go. Yeah, no, it looks really good. I like the lighting effects. I think the lighting looks really top notch in this case. We've got I don't know all the names, unfortunately. I know that's a Noctis and that's Ignis. But unfortunately, these two, the names escape me. So I'm gonna keep going. We've got more. I got an image. Got more of the underground sections with. I don't know if they're holding a torch or they have an ability like in their hands to have like a light bulb to shine. I can't really see from this angle, but what I can tell is the textures are really nice and detailed. I like the sort of like the. I don't know if it's doing tessellation, or it looks kind of flat actually. I don't think it's doing tessellation. Maybe it's doing like a little bit just to give some of the 3D objects a lot more, just like it makes it look more realistic. Clothes look really cool. That's nothing more else. It looks very wet, so it's definitely underground. Maybe it's next to a river. Maybe it's just speculation at this point. But let's see. We've got the game. Okay, so the Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae will center around Noctis and his friends as they explore fields and dungeons while taking on battles and missions. So it's pretty much all the information we know so far. It's definitely going to be a sort of a preview. It's a preview for people who because I don't think this game's going to take a while to be finished. And like this is just like this is a very similar case to Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, how we got Ground Zeroes as sort of like a intermediary part for it. But the thing is, with Ground Zeroes, it was good. It was good, but you know, it's even me as a super fan, I only played it once and twice, and I didn't touch it ever again. But like I still go back to the older games. So as a prologue, it was pretty weak, if I'm being honest, because yes, it showed us a lot of things that we wanted to know, but that's another discussion for another time. I'll probably do another video like that when Phantom Pain comes out. But back to Final Fantasy 15. So we all know that we all pretty much know the Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae is a like sort of like it's the section of the game without the car, from what I've heard. Or it's yeah, you don't get to use the car. It's pretty much because I remember in an interview with Hajime Tabata where he just said we just want you to experience the without the car so that we can pace the demo a lot better, so that you can get roughly 2 to 3 hours worth out of that demo this episode. So so it's pretty much just you guys just pretty much walking around a lot. So they better nail that walking. Because if that walking is very boring, that's a problem. That's a big problem. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be good. I don't even know if it's even broken yet, but it needs to be good. You know, it needs to feel nice at a fast, sort of semi-fast pace, not super fast in human, but definitely not like chugging along. You know, not chugging along. Not yeah. There has to be at least a really fast pace, so that because this game is about this episode is about walking, and I really don't want them to leave the first impression that this is just a walking simulator. A good example is if you take a look, you look at the trailers for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and that running is so much fun. It's fast. You can do leaps. You can do all these acrobatic stuff to keep that sort of gameplay mechanic interesting. And I'm really hoping that that's the case here. So. The time, okay, so I'm going to keep going. The game's time goes by in real time, so there are plenty of differences depending on the time of day. The above screenshot shows a look at the gas station during the night. So there is a day and night cycle. We've seen that in the trailers, so it's not really that surprising. We'll get a good taste of it once we get the game, but it goes by in real time. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean that I need to be playing for 24 hours to look at the night? Do I need to do that? I thought you Hajime Tabata, I thought you paced that demo for 2 hours. Something's going on. I don't know. Real time. That's a fickle thing. Does that mean I have to leave my PS4 on all day to experience the entire day-night cycle? Is that what you're trying to say, Tabata? Because I sure hope not. Because if you want to test out that theory, you'd give us more content. But we'll have to see. Well, I hope it's not. I hope it's pretty stupid. But I think it's just going to be an accelerated time. It's like in-game time will be different to our actual time. So I think that's just going to be the case. I think they just worded that wrong. We get a look. I'll put it up. But look at the gas station. What do we got? We got other people. We've got NPCs at the gas station. That's nice. I mean, I'm actually curious. I'm curious for a few things. I'm curious as to how they're going to handle conversations with NPCs in the world. I hope it's not like FF13's, where it just had a text box in the corner. I don't think that's a really elegant way of talking to NPCs. And then they switched that up in Lightning Returns, where it's just, I'm going to freeze in time and I'm going to talk to you dead straight, talking to you. Yes. This is as much animation I am going to put in talking to you. Yes. I sure hope it doesn't do that. I hope at least they're sort of animated, like they have realistic sort of like sways and just like, not like too much, but like enough to give that illusion that you are talking to an NPC, and it doesn't freeze the world. Like it seems like a natural conversation with other people, people walking around. I mean, other games have done it well, so I don't see why not. NPCs, we've got vehicles, other vehicles, maybe gas might be a gameplay mechanic that we don't know of yet. Back it up, but we've got your party member acting stylish, designs of the shirt. I'm just gonna be honest, that looks like a map. Like a prison map. Have I stumbled onto something? Probably not. It's just a speculation at this point. Let's see. More pictures. We got the camp menu in Japanese. I don't know what it means, but there is a game. There's a bit in the section later. I'm gonna just pick at it as much as I can. That looks like symbols. So maybe that's like to ward off monsters so that you don't get attacked in the camp. maybe yeah, that's it. It's probably just a sort of a visual representation of your camp. Maybe there's a story sort of element to it. It's very I wouldn't say satanic or anything like that, because I honestly don't think that. I think it's more like just a like charms to ward off sort of demons and stuff like that. What can I compare it to? It feels like something from like a Supernatural, like, you know that TV show Supernatural? I used to watch it back in the day, like a lot of it. I was really obsessed with that thing. But recently, the recent episodes I could care less about. But I think it's sort of like whenever they put like a charm down to ward off demons and stuff like that, that seems like a very similar thing. But in terms of in-game universe reasoning for it, I have no clue. So we'll have to wait until we get more information. Or it just could be just a little visual marker that's not even there physically. It could just be there to just indicate that it's a safe area, so that maybe you wanted to walk around the camp, but you shouldn't. If you wander out too far, it triggers the end camp sequence or something like that. We're gonna go back, but you can see experience, and we can see menu options. Let's see. Head back. No, I want to go back to that. Okay, cool. Let's see. We got a just a downtime moment. You can see the detail in their gloves. It's ridiculous. Like, you can actually see there's like the holes in it and where the knuckles come out. You know, the costume design's ridiculously detailed. I'm not gonna flack them at that. And you got an esky. I don't know what you need an esky for, but apparently for drinks. Camps are an important element in the adventure of Noctis and Friends. Sounds like a really bad TV show. This is where you'll get to eat meals and enhance your status, and also arrange your weapon equipment in various other settings. This is also where you'll get to check out conversations among friends. Yo, Final Fantasy 15 social links confirmed. Unfortunately, you've only got 3 choices. Deal with it. Unlike previous Final Fantasy titles, the experience you gain during battles won't be given to your characters right away. The points will store as you defeat monsters, and it will distribute once you get to camp. So that means you'll need to stop by camp for the characters to actually level up after you get them to give them the experience points you've acquired. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of another game that's done that sort of mechanic. I'm having trouble thinking of a game that's done it well. I think I should have rephrased that. Oh wait, I got one. Dynasty Warriors series does that. You do like a map, and you just hack and slash. You are actually getting experience. I'm not talking about the newer ones, because I've been playing Samurai Warriors 4, and that levels up as you go, which is a fantastic fix, by the way. But I'm talking about like the older Dynasty Warriors, like Dynasty Warriors 2 and 3. Where you go into a map and you just fight and wail on like 1,000 KOs, but you never get you don't level up as you're playing. It's only when you finish the level does your character actually get to gain that experience. So, and like, I don't know, does some of those problems carry over to this one? Does it carry over? Because that makes it sort of like repetitive in a way, and I'll explain it. Like, imagine you got a game, like you got a game that's just you use the same abilities, the same magic, the same attack output for long periods of time, and you get to a boss and he wrecks you. Then you have to and you have to go back and go to a camp. I'm worried that this might be a slight negative in the long run. I mean, I guess they have to find a way to get you into the camp, because that's how the story is told. From these, from what it says here, you need to, you check out conversations among the friends. I mean, it could be done. Like, I don't have any examples of it being done well. But it has been done before, but I don't know if it's going to work in this case. I mean, it does force you to go to camp, and that in turn gives you more story. And I don't know if this is Square Enix just or Hajime Tabata, or Tetsuya Nomura at the time, was trying to find a way so that players don't just keep playing, never go to camp. And there are players like that, you know, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know if it's going to be a good change. It's an interesting change. But all the examples that I've dealt with using the same sort of system doesn't really do it very well. Especially when you're trying to rebrand Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy, into a mainstream game. I just feel like this is going to be a detriment because it's just going to encourage repetitiveness. So I don't know about this system. I don't know if it's a good system, but it is a system. So we'll just wait until we see it in action. But I have kind of mixed things about this. But once that demo comes out on March 20th, I'll have a look and I'll have another video, and you know, you guys can see it, my reaction while playing it as to how it works. And if I get bored, I'm gonna sound bored and I'm gonna look bored because a Muso game, the Muso games now are so much better than the fact that you can just level up as you play, because then it just feels like a very RPG sort of game. But it alleviates the repetitiveness, but this is kind of forcing it, so I don't know if that's a good thing. We got an image of Noctis's eyes turning red. It still remains a mystery as to how and what this means. Rage mode? I don't know. It's mysteries. You know, it's one of those things where they want people to just ask questions. Maybe it's got to do with the fact that maybe he's losing his mind. Maybe he's gaining a new power. Maybe he's leveling up. No, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like he's in a camp. It looks like he's just out in the field. It's very dark though. But it could be anything. So I'm just keep going. Noctis is shown using a spear and the jump ability in the above image. Final Fantasy XIV will feature all kinds of weapons to collect, along with some familiar abilities. While monsters roam around during the day, things get extra dangerous at night. Okay, so this pretty much confirms that older moves will transfer over to the fighting engine, or the new engine of Final Fantasy XV. The jump ability, made famous, it's a very staple of the Final Fantasy series, especially with Kane from Final Fantasy 4, or is it 4? Yeah, 4. Having the jump ability. I can't remember his name. I can't remember her name, but the mouse, or the mouse girl, or the I think it's the rat girl, with the pointy hat, who joins your party in the first disc, but she has a spear. She has a jump ability too. So jump ability has been around for a lot. So what else is there? Let's see, what's that weapon? That looks like a sword. Okay, so swords, goblins. They're using magic. You can see the lighting effect is really well done. The lighting effect is in proportion, or in line with what's a character's position. So that's a really cool detail. I don't know what this is. It looks like, I don't know if that's Ignis. I can't read Japanese, but it looks like he's poisoned. So maybe that's what the particle effect of poison looks like, I think. Or it could just be the goblin using a spell, and the person who's poisoned is actually off screen and you don't know what it looks like. I can't really tell at this point, but we'll get back. Oh, there's a lot. Let's see. The episode Duscae demo will have some quests as you explore the vast fields. The further you go, you'll find more missions, so it will be a good idea to look around different places. They say that you can get plenty of money by taking out a behemoth. Okay, the fact that they mentioned that you can get money in this article implies that there is a shop. It implies that there is maybe a town, or maybe the gas station is your shop. We already know that Sydney is going to make an appearance in this demo. So getting money and grinding off the monsters seems like a worthwhile investment to get better items in the case of maybe items exclusive to the demo, which I highly doubt, but it could be possible. It could just be higher level items for you to test out, but you can only access them. But you can access them only by money. So instead of them just giving it to you, the demo encourages you to get money so you can buy them and use them. So that's pretty cool. It gives longevity to the demo as well. Okay, let's see. Behemoth, again, I talked about it in my last video, how it looks like a more bigger version of the Crisis Core one. What is that? Is that a waypoint? Oh, sorry if I haven't clicked on the pictures. That looks like a objective marker. That looks like an objective marker. Not sure how much of a range, like if it goes up above the skyline, or it's just sort of like just map based, but it looks like we can expect a marker of some kind for the game. Okay, so we've got another picture of the lighting, so it looks much better. We've got also abandoned buildings. The forest looks really detailed. Not much else in that picture. We'll have to go down more. I'll read this out. Speak of the Behemoth. Here's a look at him showing up. The fight against Behemoth will be a tough one, and you'll need to take advantage of it not being able to see out one of its eyes. That's pretty cool. So does this mean that monsters will have unique traits to them? Pure speculation. Maybe every animal, because I remember Hajime Tabata, the director of the game. Oh, the now director of the game. It used to be Tetsuya Nomura. He wanted to have it so monsters have their... The game has its own ecosystem, and each monster has its own habitat, and sometimes they affect each other. It's a grand idea. Maybe this sort of lends to the uniqueness of that ecosystem. Maybe this is like a chief behemoth, and in the demo's purposes, you get to face him. But what if like you're out in the field, you just verse like the normal behemoths, but like maybe you kill enough behemoths and it just pisses off the chieftain and just wants to kill you. Maybe that's the event we're looking at right now. Maybe we killed the behemoth, like some small enough behemoths that the chieftain actively seeks out your party. Because it looks like, if there's a hiding mechanic, it's either one, it's out in the field, or two, it's tied to your camp. So we'll have to see. But that could be an interesting mechanic if they do it. Let's see. We get another picture of the behemoth. It looks like a behemoth fight. Oh man, this guy's getting wrecked. Look at him, all zeros, man. Wait, if they're all zeros, then why is... Or maybe... Oh, okay. Interesting. What if there's a mechanic where, even though you're on zero, you can still walk around, but like, at a set time, you pass out or something like that. But your other teammates have to get to you to revive you. Very similar to, let's say, like a hunting game in a way. Where if a person's down, not Monster Hunter, but like I think Freedom Wars does it as well, where if a character's down, if another character gets to you in time, they can revive you. So maybe it's a similar thing like that. And lastly, Final Fantasy 15 is in development for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Check out our earlier report from the latest from Director Tabata's recent Active Time Report live stream. Interesting. What is that? Oh, whoa! More news. Straight onto it. Okay, I think I must have like passed this one. February 20th. Oh, it was a couple days ago. Oh my god. Must have passed this. Oh, let's see. Square Enix have shared the latest information on Final Fantasy 15 Episode Dusk demo that will be bundled with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, which releases next month. I apologize in advance if this video is really long, but I just want to get through all this news as possible. So the top image shows a look at the demo's menus, main menu. The debug menu won't be there, obviously, because it's a debug. But I'm getting Final Fantasy 4 vibe from this menu because of the moon. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But I would have liked like all the previous Final Fantasy games where it had like character art that like underlaps or like it's in the background of the logo. I would have preferred that, but this is a debug menu. This is just a demo build, so they probably haven't finalized that art completely yet. Hopefully it is in the final build. In the demo you get to go in the water, but the water will only reach up to Noctis' knees. The release version will have water go up to his chest, and Square are still thinking about adding a swimming feature. Really? So Tabata, you haven't figured out if you wanted to do swimming yet? It's not that hard. Maybe for those character models it might be hard, but like if you're already going it up to knees, you may as well go for the full body. And like, there's, you know, if you're gonna go for the full feature, just go for it. You know, like don't. I digress. Swimming would be good in that game. I digress. Pressing down the directional stick will make Noctis run, but he won't be able to run forever. While running, his party members will also keep up with his pace. Okay, cool. There's a running button. You know, it's nice that there is a dedicated running button, like every Final Fantasy game, especially 8 and 7. Getting closer to enemies while walking around will make an ominous tune of music play in the battle theme once the encounter begins. Dynamic music! Me like! I like dynamic music. I think that dynamic music is really cool because it just has immersion effects. That's really cool for a game like this. I like that. Instead of having like a clean cut to a battle, if it fades into a battle, that's really cool. I like that a lot. The camera will adjust during combat so you'll face enemies, but you can also lock onto certain targets with the R1 button. Perfect! Lock on button is good. The gorilla monsters you find in the field will be powerful, but feeding them will result in high amounts of experience points, and they can also drop meat that you can cook at camp. Oh! So it's like a Monster Hunter now. You can just grab meat off enemies and cook them for health. It's pretty cool. That looks like a really realistic bowl of noodles. Or meat stew. Holy crap, is that running in-game? Dude, that looks like a real bowl. That looks like something I'd get from like my local Japanese restaurant. God damn, I should just like take this photo to a Japanese restaurant and say, hey, can you make me that? They'll be like, oh, of course, it looks so realistic. Yeah, as if it's gonna hurt. The above look is a beef stew cooked by Ignis. Tabata jokingly said, how's that for new generation of graphics? Hell yeah! Look at that! It looks freaking legit, man. Dude, cooking mama with these graphics, man. Oh, so good. It'd be awesome. When enemies shine, that means they're about to perform powerful attacks, so they've got tells. However, it's also a good indicator when you should use a parry maneuver. So it's got a little bit of like character action mechanics, like a bayonetta. Like it has a tell, so that you can like parry it. In the full goblins show up at night and also found in caves as they refrain from being around the light. Okay, cool. Certain monsters tied to certain times. In the full version, cooperative moves are things that you acquire over time as the characters bond. So, in terms of like social links, it's what you get. What a benefit of a social link in this game is that you have more moves. That's good. That's fine. That's fine with me. That's a perfect incentive to get to know another character and also grab more moves to keep the combat dynamic. Defeating too many monsters in the same area will result in them not spawning for a while. They'll begin to spawn again after waiting a certain amount of time. Okay, that's pretty cool. Defeating too many monsters. Oh, okay, no, I already said that. The royal card that Noctis and friends used to travel will break down at a certain point, and the party will need to make money to have it repaired. You can do this bits at a time by selling items, or almost all at once by defeating a behemoth called Smoke Eye. This monster can't see in one eye, and you'll have to use this to your advantage. Oh, so you do get the card in the demo. Okay, my apologies. You do get the card, but it breaks down, and that's the objective of the demo, to repair your car. That's a really nice setup for a demo. That's pretty cool. Party members will give you new hints and suggestions as you explore new areas of the map. Oh my god, there's one more. Okay. Depending on where the camp is, there might be some that will give you experience points. What does that mean? Does it mean that camps are set? You can't just pop them down anywhere like in previous old school Final Fantasy games? That's interesting. The demo won't be 1080p 30 frames per second, but Square Enix aim to have the game running at full HD in the full version. Okay, so I can't... So, from the director himself, I cannot judge the graphics, the frame rate from this demo as the final version, because they promised to fix it. Okay, as long as... You know, it's good of them to actually tell us, and not have a situation like Assassin's Creed Unity, where they just flat out said, oh, it's running fine, blah 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 blah. But really it didn't. And in this case they're saying, you know what? We're pushing as much as we can. We're not quite there yet, but we will be there. But we're just letting you know beforehand, so you guys don't think that this is the final version. Okay. As long as it's on the table that's being fixed, you know? That's fine. The weapon used to fight and used as part of the Phantom Sword will be different in the demo. In the full version, you'll get to go around collecting Phantom Swords throughout the map. Okay, so new weapons in the map. That's fine. There's an ending to the demo, and there will be a little something to unlock after seeing it. The ending will be related to the story of the main game. Interesting. So there's after parts from the story itself. I like that. More replayability. I need more replayability in this. There won't be any data transfers to the main title, but Square say they might add a little bonus for players with saved data from the episode Duscae demo. New costumes. I bet you it's new costumes. It's always new costumes. Development is at around 60%. 60%?! Yo, man, Tabata! Faster, please! You know, we've been waiting a long time for this game. They previously said that it was at 55% during Tokyo Game Show. And it might sound like the development has advanced much, but they say that it's a lot more than it seems. Again, it's hard to gauge based on percentage, as development progress isn't always the same across all games. When was Tokyo Game Show? A year ago. So it takes them 1 year to go up 5%. But then again, he says you can't judge it by percentages, but still, if you're going to put a percentage out, at least make it sort of relative. It's only 5%. Really? That game better be good. But yeah, I know that's it. Please tell me there's no more news. I know, I really apologize for this long video, but there is a lot of things that just came out, especially this that just slipped my mind. I don't know how I did it. I was probably so busy with stuff. But yeah, expect more news. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to play it and talk to you guys about it, because I love talking about news. Anyway, Koi51 out. Have a good one.